Hope this email finds you well. Overworked and Underplayed is a not safe for work Dungeons and Dragons actual play podcast about a group of young professionals from the real world who find themselves transported to a strangely familiar place full of fantasy and magic. See attached for episode descriptions and content warnings. Thanks for listening.
Hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
Hello. Welcome to Blue Gold Terminal 367.
Hi.
User identification, please.
My name's Krystal.
Which Krystal?
No. 2.0.
Proceed.
Thank you. Okay. What setting do I do to send it to all of my followers? Like, what is there? I need to send a message to my downline.
Okay.
What? Okay, fine. Sure. Okay. Hopefully this works. Okay. Hey, boss babes. Hey, boss bros. Hey, boss theys and boss those. I'm Krystal. I'm your leader, your one and only. And something just really frustrating happened to me. And I wanted to make sure that everyone's abreast of the situation and understands what's going on. So we just had arbitration and can't say it went well, although it turns out it wasn't real. So it doesn't matter. We got weirdly attacked and Amy Ann forgot that I'm the real Krystal, which is so frustrating. But anyway, we move on with positivity. She asked me some stupid safe word. I don't even know. Like, when did we ever talk about that? I don't understand what a safe word has to do with anything. But now she doesn't even realize that I'm the original, which of course everybody here knows. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, we almost got our stuff taken and it was just a big mess. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this is still ongoing. We're still trying to figure out. There's some people got away, which was whatever, but my stuff didn't get away. And obviously we're still in business. So moving on, keep pushing forward with all that positivity. And I will talk to you guys later. The end.
Will that be all?
Oh, right. I lost some steam there. Yeah, that's it.
Message sent.
Okay. Usually I just stop talking and people get it, but it's fine.
Greetings, adventurers! I am Alex Capps, your DM or District Manager. And this is Overworked and Underplayed, a D&D podcast for young professionals by young professionals. Today's icebreaker: what do you miss most about the real world?
What up? It's your boy Marcel Hardy playing Richard Cox, a human consultant turned halfling bard who wholly believes it's better to be lucky than good, but it's best to be both. And Richard's cop-out answer is obviously sauce, but his for real answer is gotta be two-ply.
Whoa. Hello, my name is Annalyn Hardy, and I play Taylor Jacobs, a centaur barbarian with a heart of gold. And the thing that she misses the most about the real world is, of course, her family and her friends, but also her coworkers.
Hi, everyone. My name's Katie, and I play Krystal, the Drow Druid with her very own MLM, Crystal Clarity. And the thing she misses most about the real world is the fact that she used to have an entire downline, and now she's working towards getting her downline, but she misses her old downline. That and, just her cell phone, like in general.
Typical millennial attached to their cell phone.
And maybe Chad, maybe.
Hey, I'm Marjorie. I play Amy Ann Amanda, a basic B rough and tumble human fighter with a freshly minted dentistry degree. She misses her mom.
Aww.
Yeah.
Does she think about her every time she looks at her arms?
Every time, yes. She thinks about her even when she's not looking at her arms.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I play the IT paladin known as Bentley, and Bentley misses the food. Sushi, tacos, jambalaya, sauce.
Sauce. Hi, I'm your DM or District Manager, Alex Capps, and what I miss most about the real world is not a thing, because if I miss something, I just put it into this world.
Hey listeners, this show is made possible by the support of our awesome patrons. In addition to a thank you for their support, our patrons get an ad-free listening experience and access to exclusive bonus content. In the weeks between episodes, our patrons are getting an extra show where we recap episodes and talk about some of our favorite moments. For more details about what you can get by supporting us on Patreon, check us out at patreon.com/ownuppod.
All right, so when we last left off, you guys were in the middle of a gripping battle with the Avatar Sunam and his acolyte, Krystal, of the Church of Clarity. And as the last episode concluded, the Avatar had dissipated, and Dr. D was standing behind him holding the Crystal of Arget. So that is where we pick up.
Okay.
Are we all back in the real world now?
No.
Yeah. Can you set us? Okay. Can you remind us and set the scene where?
Okay, so you're in the arbitrator's office.
Yeah.
Oh God, I didn't make a note of where everybody was standing.
Okay.
I was.
I know Richard wasn't.
Yeah, Richard was still passed out in Dreamland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bentley was also in Dreamland.
Let's see here. I believe Taylor was the closest. She was in melee combat with the Avatar Sunam.
She was trying.
All right, so we pick it up with Amy Ann. I want to have you make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You should burn a good omen and just think about Taylor Swift Shake It Off.
I don't need to. It was a natural 19 plus 1, 20.
Yeah, that'll be enough. So you shake it off, and you realize that you are standing in front of Krystal with your weapons out, or your fists out.
Which Krystal? Sorry.
You're standing in front of Krystal 2.0.
Okay. Krystal Katie. Okay.
And she looks a little beat up.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to kind of let go of the guy I was strangling. I'm just going to let him drop to the ground, I imagine. And then I'll look at Krystal and say, oh man. Okay, Krystal, you said it was xylophone, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's what I said. Mhm. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to turn. Okay. So how far away am I from Dr. D?
So you're about 30 feet from Dr. D because he's at the very back of the room.
I'm going to use my entire movement to go over to him, which is 30 feet. And I am going to attempt to disarm him from the crystal of Arget. That's my intent.
Okay.
And I want to use a good omen for whatever it is I need to do.
Let's see here. We'll go ahead and burn one of the good omens. So I want you to make me a athletics check to basically leap over the table and charge at him.
Would it be, I mean, if it's, I don't know if I need to do, it's just my movement, right? Or is there like an obstacle?
So there's all kinds of furniture in the room. What I'm getting at, because there was the big table, and he's where he is. By the time you weaved around everything, you wouldn't necessarily make it in 30 feet of movement, if that makes sense.
Okay. I've got my suspicious eyes, but all right, let's go.
Doubt.
Okay, and it was a good omen, you said?
Yeah.
Will you roll that for me?
Yes.
Or do I roll that?
I got the. Oh yeah, you should be good.
Okay.
So I rolled a 19.
Okay. Perfect. Then that's plus a lot, so it's
Yeah. So you make it right up to him. He says, "Can I help you?"
And I am gonna try I'm gonna try to take the crystal, the salt lamp, out of his hands, and if I can, kind of shove him away from it.
Okay. So
My
make
intent
a.
is to disarm him of the crystal.
So what we'll say is make a grapple, a grapple attempt. So.
Can Taylor scoop up the fanny pack and make her way to help Amy Ann?
So I will say that Taylor can scoop up the fanny pack for now, but we'll get to anything else here in a second.
Okay, and you said it was a grapple check?
Yes.
So that's going to be a grapple check. So that's just an attack, right?
Yeah. That's sorry. That's an attack.
So that's going to be probably not enough. So 12.
That is not enough.
Okay.
You go to grab it, and he just kind of moves his arm out of the way, and he's like, so short-sighted. He turns, he goes, I believe that all of us can need to take what you might call a chill pill. There's no need for
What are you from the 90s?
there's no need for further conflict at this moment.
Is there anything else I can do in my turn?
No, that's going to be about it.
Okay. I do want to say to him, I said, I don't need glasses. Okay.
I have impeccable.
He just
Good eye.
you see as he blinks through his mask, like very confused. He's like, okay.
Like
Yeah. He's like,
short-circuited.
what? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of come out of initiative order, and he's going to turn and he's going to look at Krystal of the Church of Clarity. As he looks at her, he says, Miss Ball, I see that you are up to your old tricks again.
Ball.
And you see as her form begins to change, as she seems very, very flustered, and almost like her voice changes and everything. And she's like, no, 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 do not call me by that name. And he says, what, Malia? And you see as her disguise basically entirely dissipates. And she says, this won't be the last time you all see me. And she attempts to run away.
Attempts?
Well, yeah, I mean, are y'all going to... She is
Stop
trying
her.
to
Somebody
leave
stop
the
her.
room.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Who can get to her?
We're out of initiative order, so this is creativity time. So you see that this person's form has turned almost into like an amorphous humanoid, and they are attempting to leave the room. What are you all going to do or not do to try to stop them?
Are we still in Dream World?
So the ones in Dream World will be waking up about now. So you're still a little groggy, but it's like you just woke up from a nap.
So, yeah, go for it.
So how close is she to me? Do we know?
So I'm gonna
To run by you, I bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she's gonna be running past you.
I want to trip her
Yeah.
so bad.
Okay.
I'm sticking my foot out, and I am like I'm tripping this bitch.
Okay. What's your dexterity modifier?
+3.
Okay, so that's going to increase the difficulty of her attempting to get out of or to get past you.
How many doors is there in this place? Because I know I was in front of one of the doorways. 'Cause I
Yeah,
fell.
you're on the ground in front of the front door. So she would have to go over you to get out. But I don't think that's going to be a problem because she rolled a nat 1. And so she takes off running, and Krystal holds out her foot, and she just eats it right into the floor.
Yeah.
Find out, how big is this room?
Don't ask me that question.
Okay.
What is the relevancy of the room size?
So I just need to know if her as well as Dr. D are within 30 feet of me.
I'm going to say that she is, Dr. D is not.
All right. How far away would he be?
He's probably like 40 to 45 feet based on what I told Amy Ann earlier.
Gotcha.
Let me do something because she ate. Oh my God.
So when I tripped her, I just want you guys to know that I just casually stuck my foot out.
Okay.
Like,
Yes.
So
Yes, plain
The
and
most
cool.
embarrassing way possible.
yeah, I wanted to make it look like I didn't trip her.
no, it's going to be very obvious because so I rolled damage because it's the stone floor and she just knocked herself out. So you guys see, actually, Krystal, roll sleight of hand to see if anybody, or stealth, to see if anybody notices you sticking your foot out.
Would it be
Okay.
sleight of foot?
Sleight of foot. I'm going to allow you to use either sleight of hand or stealth.
Okay.
Marcel's lucky Katie was successful because my other idea was to throw Richard at her.
Yes. Amazing.
This wakes up in the air. What the fuck?
So
That's-
sleight of hand. Okay.
Isn't that the
I rolled a-
opposite? Oh, sorry. Isn't that like the opposite of the dream where you're falling? What'd you get, Krystal?
I rolled a 10, so that's a 10 plus 6.
Okay.
16.
So anybody who's paying attention can roll perception to see if you notice Krystal stick her foot out. Because what's about to happen is going to be really funny. Well, morbidly funny.
I got
Did I kill her?
15.
All right, so you don't see Krystal stick her foot out.
Okay.
What about Amy Ann? Are you paying attention at all, or are you focused
I
on
am,
Dr. D?
but I rolled a 14.
Okay, so Dr. D rolled a nat 20 with his modifier. He definitely saw you. He's like, I saw that. As she runs past Krystal, she trips so hard that she takes 18 points of bludgeoning damage on the floor. And you see as
Holy
there's just like a little stream of blood coming from where her face is on the
Does
floor.
one of her teeth fall out?
Oh,
Just one.
you don't know her body. She just basically went
Take
full
her
force into the
DNA.
ground. So you don't know you don't know what's going on under there. You just know there's blood leaking from around her face. Yeah, she's face down in the ground. Like ground came up quick. She is out cold.
Okay.
So
You gotta wash your feet, girl. You gotta I don't know. I don't know what
Have you never
happened,
walked
but
in
I guess
heels before?
yeah. Like, have you ever? It's like you've never done this before ever. So I don't know.
you see as Dr. D turns, he goes, I saw that. That was a good one.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like she just tripped.
And as he goes, okay, now that's handled, he looks at the remaining guard and he goes, you can run along now. And the guy bolts out of the room. And you
I go to kick her just a little bit. Like I'm like walking over to everybody else.
Okay,
And I just like
so you do that. She fails one death saving throw.
Oops. Oh no. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Gotta.
But
like
you do see there is consequences to your actions, Krystal, because you see also on the ground is your cell phone,
Oh no.
and now the screen is cracked.
okay, but do I roll for not seeing it? Because I'm sure I would have seen it fall when she fell. If she's just sort of an anamorphous.
She just ate
Very
shit.
close.
Like you saw her running, you tripped her, and she ate shit.
Oh, so not when I kicked her.
No,
When
not
she
when you
fell and
kicked
dropped
her.
the
When
phone.
she ate shit, she
Oh.
dropped the phone, and your screen is now
Oh.
cracked.
Well, at least I'm picking it up. It's mine now. Yes, the screen is cracked, but there are worse things, honestly.
No more talking to a rock.
yeah.
You see as Dr. D waves his hand and pulls some chairs up to the table. He says, I believe we have some business to discuss.
I think we're done here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So does Taylor have the fanny pack?
Yes.
Okay. Where's Richard?
Richard is on the floor, just now waking
Okay.
up from being I don't want to say poisoned, but being put to sleep.
I see. Okay.
He's like, "Oh man, what the heck happened? I know these meetings have been
Non-consensually
boring,
knocked
but
out.
geez."
Yeah.
Good one. Good one.
He got magic roofied.
Oh no.
For it's like the non-zeroth time that this has happened.
Yeah. Stop roofing us.
I feel like Richard is probably real sensitive to it since it's already happened to him before.
Oh, and he's so
Yeah,
small.
I'm so lethal.
Yeah.
You guys need to get these dosages right.
Yeah.
At some point.
Okay, so let's see. Very, very quickly, let's do a little mind meld on our. So Amy Ann's going to message Taylor. It's like, Taylor, should we get out of here? You've got the thing. We need to run, right? What do you think?
Yeah, that feels good.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to try and push over Dr. D. Just push him over and see if I can grab the. Because he's sitting now, right?
Well, he's pulled all the chairs to the table. He hasn't sat down yet. He is still
Okay.
standing. And he kind of looks at you. Let's see. Oh, man. He is going to cast Hold Person on Amy Ann. I need you to make, I believe it's another wisdom save.
Okay.
And I'm going to use one of the bad omens to give you disadvantage.
Poop. Neither of them are good. 13.
Yeah, so you are frozen in place. And he said,
Can I talk? Can I talk?
you can still talk.
Okay. All right.
You have to talk like this.
Okay.
You have to like. You can't open your mouth.
He just kind of looks and goes, why are you doing that? You don't have to talk like that. Like, But he says, everyone just calm down. I mean you no harm.
Last time you tried to kill more than half of us.
I did not try to kill any of you. If I wanted to kill you, you would all be dead.
I doubt that seriously.
You're
Yeah,
really
you
not
bitch.
giving us the like trust energy right now. Like you're not. Can you please?
He said, he says, okay, how about this? I have no intentions of touching your fanny pack or taking the astral projector from you.
Or any of the other things we have?
No, I don't want anything from you. This one thing is all I need.
The crystal.
Yes.
The salt lamp. Why?
Well, if you will all sit down, I will try to explain the best I can.
Well, I literally can't now, so.
He says, if I release you, will you sit down and at least give me the 5 minutes I need to explain?
I have no intention of hurting you.
He says, okay, well, standing it is. Now, the rest of you, please take a seat.
Is sitting down a prerequisite for having a conversation?
It's not, but I feel it makes things a little more casual.
If this
Well,
gets
I
us
think
out of
we've
here,
crossed past casual.
fine. I'm gonna sit. I'm fine. If this gets us out of here sooner rather than later, I'm so sick of being in this conference room. Fine, I will sit and hear you out.
He says, okay, good. You all know what these items are for, correct?
Could you enlighten us, please?
These items allow the Great Ori to open up a gateway to your world.
And yours, too, I guess.
He just kind of looks back. He goes, I have been trying to keep that from happening because there are forces in this world that would be disastrous if they entered your world. Now, I was under the assumption, because you were working for Bloogle, that you were in the employ of one of these forces that was trying to open this for the purposes of evil, to conquer that world. He says, I see now that perhaps I was mistaken on my initial assumption.
You don't say.
He says, well, do you blame me? You guys kind of leave a path of death and destruction everywhere you go.
Okay,
So
so
do
like, yeah, so do you. And also, like, is your real name Detarian, or is it going to be something like mundane, like Daryl from Earth? Because like I'm pretty sure people from our world aren't called Detarian.
He says, I'm not even going to humor that. Anyways,
I'm right.
It's Daryl. It's 100%
It is
Daryl.
Daryl.
It's Austin.
It's Austin. Oh, it could be Austin.
Did you say that out loud?
Yes,
Amy
I
Ann?
do.
And Richard's going to remember one of his cantrips. He's going to cast Mage Hand and try to take the mask off Detarian's face. Scooby-Doo style.
So you try to do that, and you see as he just kind of flicks his wrist and counterspells it. And he goes,
He's only got so many of
His
those.
counterspell a cantrip?
yeah. He says,
He's only got so many of
that
those.
is unnecessary. And you see as he takes his mask off, and under it, Amy Ann recognizes the face of her uncle.
Wow. I didn't like you very much before, but now I really
So-
hate your ass.
So, Amy Ann, what is your uncle's name? Surely it can't be Detarian. Like,
No, it's Adrian, Austin, Amanda.
Yes, he says,
Adrian.
Well, wait a second. Why didn't you recognize me? I've looked the same since I was 10 years old.
Yikes.
man, that's one hell of a growth spurt.
he says, well, you did look familiar upon our first meeting, but I wasn't sure until I saw the friendship bracelet. He says, but I was confused as to why you were here and why you were working for the forces of evil. Then I remembered your father was kind of a dick. So,
Whoa! Unacceptable. I
now,
think we've officially crossed over into an unsafe work environment. We walk and talk.
We've
Some of
been
us want to
there
go home
already.
he looks right at Taylor
Yeah,
Jacobs. He
true.
goes, that's where you draw the line? Not almost crushing your coworker's skull in your hands?
There's no reason to crush her spirit.
That was really good.
Crush skulls, not spirits. Got it. No.
Ooh, what a t-shirt that would
What a
be.
t-shirt
I
is
love
right.
that.
He says, now, No need to take this offline. Overworked and Underplayed will circle back after these messages.
I would very much like to return to our world, but I would need your help to do so. Now, do you want to work together, or do you want to continue this little back and forth we've been having so far?
Is there any way that we could do anything as players to determine his actual intentions?
I mean, you could make insight check, or if any of you have spells that might determine a character's alignment or will or anything like that.
Okay, so Taylor's gonna be like, is there any way we can really understand your intentions? Or is this gonna have to be some kind of blood pact situation where we guarantee it that you don't hurt us?
I have an idea. Bentley walks to the center of the room and casts Zone of Truth.
Ooh, okay.
So what kind of save do we have to make?
So you create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot sphere radius centered at a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, creatures that enter the spell area for the first time on a turn or start their turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius, and I know whether each creature succeeds or fails.
Okay, what is your spell save?
My spell says 14.
Okay,
And it's not going to get all one. It's just going to get him. It's only a 15-foot radius.
let's see.
Here. So unless anyone's closer to him than 15 feet, then
I
it'll
think
just shoot him.
Amy Ann definitely is, and she's not even going to try to.
Oh, okay.
He sees he looks right at Bentley, like right in the eyes. And he says, I know what you're trying to do. And he says, as a show of good faith, you see as he puts up no resistance to the zone of truth.
Cool. So I know that he passed. All right. Well, he can't lie, so there you go. Oh, and Amy Ann can't either, so ask her anything you might want to do.
Amy Ann, do you have a crush on me?
Just out of nowhere, that
Well, absolutely, Taylor. I thought that was obvious.
I don't think this is what this was meant for.
you see as Adrian turns, he goes, I feel very uncomfortable right now. And that is no lie.
Emotions are not scary.
Well, you got to remember how long he's been here. Emotions were still scary for men back then. So. Also, he's not sure how to process that whole thing that just happened because he's been here since the 90s.
Fair.
Not that there's a problem with that.
Oh my god, it's always what they
Yeah,
say.
I have friends. They're fine. It's fine. Oh my god.
There was this great comedian. I don't know if you've heard of her. Her name is Ellen.
Ooh, that is a good one.
He says, yeah, it's like my favorite football player, Mr. Simpson. He's fantastic.
Oh, he's a murderer.
Oh, he
does
really
like-
killed it on the field, yes.
Does he like Bill Cosby too?
Oh, God, he probably does. Oh, he definitely
Everyone
still
did.
likes
Definitely
Cosby.
miss Bill Cosby. Yeah.
What a tragedy.
He also doesn't understand the World Wide Web thing. He doesn't understand any of the references. So all that happens. He says, okay, so back to the matter at hand. How can I assure you all that I'm not trying to kill you?
I mean, you can't lie right now, so.
How about you help us come up with a plan so that if like you ever did cross us, you would die.
Why would I do that?
So
Oh
that-
yeah, it's like a curse seal.
You guys all kind of seem like you're trying to kill me at this point.
No.
Because you
I
tried
mean,
to
I'm not
kill
opposed
us.
to the
It's
idea.
your fault we
honestly.
have trust.
I just want to be very clear. I could have killed you all around the campfire while you were sleeping if I wanted you dead. Could I have not?
Probably not.
Why are you such a lurker?
I'm talking about when I helped rescue you from the cultists.
I need an answer. Why are you such a lurker? Answer me.
Because my only solace in this world is making sure that these items do not fall into the wrong hands, or at least multiples of them don't fall into the wrong hands.
Are you sure that the solace you're taking is just by like vicariously living through us? because it's feeling like that right now.
Is this some kind of midlife crisis?
It is not a midlife crisis.
You bring up a good point, Krystal.
I mean, he has to be telling the truth, right? That it's not a midlife crisis, but like, is it an end of life crisis? Like, you're kind of old, you know?
I'm not that old.
You've been here since the 90s.
It has been a
How
while.
old are you?
Does he look like he's aged since he
Years
got
are
here?
meaningless to a seeker. We draw our power from a higher source.
Okay, that's a good question. What the fuck is that?
Because
Krystal.
I am a patron of a higher power from the Fey kingdoms, and they have imbued me with certain abilities that prolonged my existence longer than the natural way.
Okay, how come you get to look kind of normal and the rest of us get this?
I have no clue there. I don't even know how you all got here, because
How did you get here?
Well, you probably were too young to remember this, but when my father, your grandfather, named his younger son as the inheritor of the practice, I turned to some probably less than optimal sources of trying to find my way in life, and began studying the occult, and next thing I know, a portal opened up and I ended up here.
So you became a Scientologist?
I said, what's Scientology?
Oh,
You're describing.
Scientology's been around since the 90s. In fact, they were probably bigger in the 90s. God.
Yeah, but it hadn't made it to... Where's Amy Ann from?
Atlanta.
It hadn't made it to Atlanta yet. It's just, I began studying the occult, and a portal opened up, and I ended up here with a few other people, and
Who?
they're not important. They are no longer...
they are.
They are no longer with us.
Did you
You
kill
killed
them?
them?
No. They died fighting the great evil Zahat.
Did you let them die?
Well, what do you mean let them die? I didn't want them to die.
Do you feel somehow responsible or guilty for their deaths?
Well, considering I survived and many of them didn't, yes, I feel very guilty about that.
You mean all? All didn't. You survived. You left everyone else to die.
I did not leave everyone else to die. One of
you're still telling the truth,
our
so-
party survived and passed away years later. They were tired of protecting the items.
So
How
if you
did they
decide
die?
to stop protecting the items, then you start aging?
Something like that.
Interesting.
Yes. Apparently monotony was not their sort of thing, but I studied dentistry. Monotony is my wheelhouse.
I thought you were going to say monogamy.
Obviously, you don't know about dentists if you think monogamy is in their wheelhouse.
Did you know that Jason became a lobbyist for the sugar industry?
Did he seriously follow through on that stupid plan?
He sure did. Look at what you did, because you weren't here to be a good example.
Well, I tried to get back, but it's...
Clearly not very hard.
Oof.
You have no idea how hard I've tried to return home.
Well, considering we've been here for, 3 weeks now, or however long it's been, and we've identified and located at least 2 of the, 5 items, and you've been here since the 90s, I don't think you've been trying that hard.
Maybe time moves different in this world.
Shh, Bentley, you're on our team.
Okay.
He says, using the items requires more than one person's effort. Which is why I need your help. Because you 5... Wait. Where's the other one? I thought there were 6 of you.
There are 6 of us.
You see as he starts counting with his fingers, and he goes, I only count 5.
He's on an adventure.
And then Richard counts, and he counts to 6. He's about to gaslight the fuck out of us.
He's gonna roll insight. Can you roll deception? We'll see how this goes.
I sure can.
Oh,
Let's
Jesus
see,
Christ.
where is it? 17 plus 8.
He just looks and he goes, has math changed since I came here?
He's like, well, I think we're getting a little bit off topic here, but there's definitely...
You don't start at 0 anymore. You start at 1. That's wrong.
Oh, Lord. I have so much to learn when I get home.
Katie. That was so clever.
Anyways, I need your help because you are the only people in this entire wretched world that I know are not trying to commit evil and won't leave the portal open for some of this world's evil to infiltrate our world, and vice versa. Could you imagine what some of the corporations of our world would do to this place with its lax tax codes and completely absent human rights?
Yeah, they would get obliterated.
Maybe we don't open the portal.
But then how will you return home?
You know, yada yada, greater good and all that.
You see, as he just has a very sad look on his face, like the weight of hundreds of years piling on his shoulders.
Is the other crystal still on the ground?
Yeah, there's a larger pool of blood around her face now.
Is she still alive?
I mean, no one's checked on her. Like,
Nobody did. I didn't even turn her on.
No.
Bentley's gonna check if she's still alive. Because he noticed the blood like spreading and like got on his foot. And he's like, "Ew, gross."
okay, so when you check on her, she is stable.
Oh, she's stabilized.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
probably
rolled 3 successful death saving throws after Krystal made her fail one.
Taylor's gonna
Crystal's
tie
gonna
her
take a
up.
picture of her. I'm gonna take a picture.
That's morbid, but okay.
No, I just want to prove to people, like, I got a plan.
Okay. So you take a picture of her.
That was it. That was my plan.
Okay. I was kind of worried about where this was going.
She's
His
gonna-
plan
Should
succeeded.
we like cut off her head and burn her or something?
Wait, what?
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Like, you see as Adrian turns and he's like, Jesus, why? What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with her. I like that plan.
I mean, I don't know what kind of creature she is. We've run into some weird stuff that we've had to do some weird stuff too. And
He said
so I don't
she's
know.
a shapeshifter.
How do you kill one?
He looks and he goes, well, it looks like you're pretty good at it, even for not knowing how to do it.
She just fell down. Relax.
Yeah.
You see, he looks like he's contemplating like whether you guys are the ones to help him or not.
Okay, will you unhold me, please? At least I'm not gonna punch you or anything.
He had released you like minutes
he
ago.
did?
Yeah,
Oh.
but you were just kind of standing there. He's like, "Oh yeah, sorry."
You know, it really devastated my dad when you went missing. I know that last conversation you had really, that falling out, he regretted it. And now that he's passed away, I don't know that. It's just sad.
Wait. He passed?
He did.
When?
Not long after you went missing.
You see as like a single tear starts rolling down his face.
But anyways, so now that we're here, let's see what
That's my girl, Amy Ann. We moved past trauma. It's fine.
That's right. She's been to her therapy.
Yeah.
She's already grieved with
Yeah.
this loss.
Clearly.
Oh man. Okay, what do you guys want to do in our bracelets?
I still think we should have some kind of assurance. Because
Okay.
I mean, he hasn't been able to lie, so unless he has some way around the spell.
Yeah. Can I also, from seeing the tear, can I assess the quality of the tear? Is it a crocodile tear or an honest?
much
I mean,
Sure.
roll for insight.
Okay. I feel like since he's my blood relative and I know him, is there anything I can get extra?
He's
So
also in the zone of truth. Is faking a tear cry like lying?
I mean, I believe it would be, but
Would it be okay?
I mean, I'm just like
I'm just gonna say he seems
Yeah,
pretty.
we're
He
calling
seems
this
pretty
out.
upset.
Alex over here trying to help us by giving us a guy that will answer all the questions, and we're here to be distracted.
I put a character you thought was a big bad in a zone of truth willingly, and the first question is, "Hey, Amy Ann, do you have a crush on me?"
They're shooting her
You
shot.
gotta know. Like these are things you need to know. Like
I got a 12.
So yes, he seems very sincere.
Okay.
Taylor
Guys, I
is
think
gonna.
we can trust him.
Okay.
What are you going to say, Taylor?
She's just gonna ask him if we were in a situation where you had to choose between you going through and us dying. Would you choose to go through?
He said, "I have no desire to see anyone else from our world die in this one."
He answered that real sus.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying.
He says, "My goal is to get as many of us home as possible, whatever that means.
And when you say us, what does that mean?
The 7 of us."
Amy Ann starts counting on her fingers.
that was really
Well
good.
played, Alex.
Adrian is a
So-
very good listener.
So, Adrian, you know how many of the items are, what their names are, and approximately where they're located?
I have a vague idea. Each of the...
Would you care to
Yes,
share?
there was a group that was aiding the Seekers that hid each of the items. Now, several of them have been found, and I have been systematically working my way through trying to get them back into safe hands. He says, "I do believe that the astral projector is in very capable and safe hands now. Thus, I have no intentions of ever trying to get it from you. The Krystal of Arge was in possession of the cult and the other items. As you know, you've acquired the Lux Mille Sole, as well as the astral projector. But there is also the Fey Mirror, the Planar Lens, and the Thumb Drive."
And can you just use the names of what we would call them in our world?
Well,
He knows what a projector is. It was in the 90s.
these are the items. That's their names. Yes, Amy Ann, you had a question?
Have you had anybody else help you do this before?
Do what before?
What we're trying to do now.
No, because there was no one I thought I could trust in this world. You may not be aware of it now, but I think you are, is that not everything in this world is as it seems at first glance.
Which is really confounding.
It's a great word.
Thank you, Taylor.
Winks. Well, if you guys feel okay, I mean, what would the next steps be?
No, we have to locate the other items. I'm currently trying to use my divination skills to find where they are. I have some insight on the Fey Mirror. My patron is trying to help me seek it out. Either the Planar Lens or the Thumb Drive would be the next ones that you should probably try to find. He says, now, of all the people in this world that I have dug into their background, there is one who I believe is trustworthy, and that would be Fizzlebang. I do not believe he has a malicious bone in his body.
He's a bit of a drug addict. So.
Yeah, he's just a raging addict.
He
It's
is he is a little bit strung out, yes, but there are people trying to get him. And so I would be very careful about his staying in hiding. He seems to be the only one who knows anything valuable outside of this room about this stuff.
Could we put him in the fanny pack?
I don't believe that would be a good idea.
Considering he would smother to death.
Yeah, there's like no air in there.
Isn't it like every 15 minutes or something?
Oh, yeah, we could just take him out every 10 minutes and then it should be fine, right?
Oh yeah, you guys will never forget about that.
Never.
Why don't we just, like, start having him tag along with us?
No, it's funny you mentioned that because I did see a diagram someone drew one time of a bag of holding with like a straw hanging out of it. But
We could build him like a little tiny home inside the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Like a little chimney.
just
you
keep
know?
him in the Toyota Tacoma.
There you go.
He says, Do you have any other questions for me, or shall we conclude our business?
Any advice?
Keep your head on a swivel. Don't pee into the wind. And don't wear white after Labor Day.
Oh, so there's a Labor Day here too.
Weird.
Every day is Labor Day.
Every day is.
That's
Yeah,
why
that
no
just-
one wears white.
Yeah.
Sorry, Krystal, I cut you off. What were you gonna say?
I don't know. What should we do with this thing on the ground? This
Burn it.
I kinda
Jesus,
like that.
Amy Ann.
I'm kind of for that. Maybe we could put her in the bag of holding and just see what happens. We
Whoa,
can
we
test it out.
Well, not in this one. Richard's like keeping the fanny pack.
He's like, I don't want blood on my sweet fanny pack. Like,
I mean, do y'all actually want to kill her? Do you want to take her to jail? Or
So
what do you think?
I vote we should chop off her head, burn her body, and take her head back to the King Protector, whatever his name is.
Well, she's certainly not a White Walker.
We are on a mission, but I feel like they would be very confused if she couldn't say what she is, because she doesn't exactly look like Krystal anymore, or me. She doesn't look like me anymore.
Oh, that's a good
So,
point,
like-
Krystal.
Well, that's just a matter of searching.
But I guess
So I guess, is there anything we can do to keep her asleep so that she can't transform back until we're back with the Lord Protector?
I mean, we could just not heal her.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do with
Wake
1
up,
HP?
Adrian, do you have any sleepy sleep?
nothing I feel comfortable leaving you lot with if you're talking about decapitating this poor, wretched creature and burning its body.
Is she?
Oh, you seem to be actually quite familiar with her.
Yeah, like, why are you
You
being
called
so
her
nice
by
to
some
her?
other name.
Yes, her name, Malia. Malia Ball.
Thought it was Crystal
Hot
Ball.
ball.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
How do
Is
you
it a
know
joke?
her?
She has been a known impersonator in the realm for some time.
Oh, so like maybe if we just took her back, then the Lord Protector guy would like be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Would he just like if we told him?
Yeah, she would probably be jailed.
I feel like we've been to prison, and I think it wasn't a great place. So I think we opt for jailing.
But Krystal, he gave us a license to kill.
That's
It's a license to kill, not a you have to kill.
I mean, you're just gonna
Finally,
get a license
Bentley
and not
is
use
being a
it?
paladin.
there it is.
You go get your driver's license. You're not just not gonna drive a car. You go get your gun license. You're not just gonna go and do gun stuff, right? You gotta do something once you get a license.
Well, you killed the genie. Isn't that enough?
All Amy Ann needed to be a violent serial killer is permission.
Legal authority. Amy Ann has identified herself as lawful evil.
Well, she does have a teeth collection.
Her ethics or whatever is permissible by law.
Yeah.
Hey, not only did she have a teeth collection, she had a
I don't have a teeth collection.
she had
Derek.
a competition
anymore.
to see who could pull the most teeth.
Well, that was part of school, though. They make you do a lot of weird stuff.
You see, as Adrian turns, he goes, "I went to the same school she did. They never made us do that."
Oh, really? Wow, times have certainly changed then, I guess.
Oh my god, what if we found out that Amy Ann was one of those people that's just said they went to school?
Oh, God.
She was on campus, but she didn't actually was registered.
She figured out a way to walk across
Never
your graduation
graduated.
stage.
She barely graduated. She
That's
barely
really funny.
they
graduated.
accidentally, like it was a typo, but they put her name on a degree, and she goes, "Oh, I guess I'm done here."
Yeah, that'd be really funny.
No,
Oh my
no. She is qualified.
I
Yes.
think we tie her up and we do not let her out of our sight. And if she struggles, we then kill her.
Sounds pretty straightforward.
No, you already almost killed her. If my medical knowledge is anything
And
to go
if
by.
by chance we accidentally kill her, who's gonna really be
I mean,
sad
it seemed
about
pretty intentional to me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't trip her.
It's not what he
You
said.
see, as
can't lie.
Adrian goes, "You absolutely did trip her. I saw everything."
Yeah, and you've proven that we can trust you. Uh-huh.
In
You
this
can't lie
in
right
this
now.
instance, you
Oh,
You absolutely can trust me.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right.
Just
Anyway,
because you're one
executive
building-
decision. Bentley ties her up, pulls out some of his rope, ties her up, and like just carries the thing on his back, and like, all right, let's go take her back and get paid for our job. Well, I don't think we were getting paid, but
we're getting something.
No, we got prepaid with our cool items.
Yeah.
And our get out of jail free card.
There it is. Which apparently we just didn't end up using because somebody.
I mean it's not like
it doesn't expire.
Oh, good call.
You see as Adrian turns and he says, yes, I think it is a very good idea for you to turn her in and end this whole saga. And now, Krystal, perhaps people can refer to you no longer as Krystal 2.0. Now you are Krystal. You've proven your identity.
I like it. It'd be really nice to not have to deal with this shit anymore.
A gratitude today keeps the haters away, and that's why we want to thank you for listening to Overworked and Underplayed. You just heard Alex Capps as RDM, Annalyn Hardy as Taylor Jacobs, Katie as Krystal 2.0, Marjorie as Amy Ann, Marcel Hardy as Richard Cox, and Tyler as Bentley. Episodes are edited by Marcel, and Circle Back episodes are edited by Katie. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll circle back in 2 weeks on October 3rd for the next episode. You can help us to get the word out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also follow us on social at OwnUpPod, that's OWNUPPOD, subreddit r/OwnUp.
Hey, but at least you have your favorite IT guy with you.
That's true. He's
What, Jimmy
basically-
left?
Oh.